Good people on the search for good content. What's good? Welcome to another installment of Song of the Week. I'm one of your hosts for this segment, Bill Farrow. Here, joined by the master of the channel, the man who guides the free market, the man responsible for all good things currently happening in the world, Jordan Bell. Jordan, talk to me. How you feeling? How was your week? What are you listening to?
First of all, Bill, you give me way too much credit. I don't know if I have any of those powers that you listed, but
We are
I do.
speaking it into existence.
I do run the channel. I do run the Instagram pages and all that stuff. I will take credit for that. But no, man, I'm doing good. As we've been talking, it's been a long week. A lot of stuff going on just at work and whatnot, but nothing bad. Just busy, right? Trying to stay busy, trying to kind of get through the grind. Um, a long week also includes some good things, right? Like you got to take the good with the bad. You got to roll with the punches. But it's been another week, and I'm excited to be here with you. I'm excited to talk a little bit of song of the week. What about you, man? How you been doing?
Man, I'm cooling. It seems like after a long stint, weirdly long stint of not a lot of momentum building in my favor, things are starting to shift. I
Okay.
suppose that just means I've been putting in the groundwork, all the unsexy stuff that sometimes needs to get done so you can get where you want to be.
Yeah.
And then it's like sunny and 65 out here just north of Chicago. And I went on a drive earlier just to run some errands, and I hit a weird, perfect pocket of 3 songs on shuffle that it was amazing. It was In the Club by 50 Cent. It was Why You Wanna by T.I., and it was Hypnotized by Biggie, all back to back to back.
Ooh.
And that put a little bit of bounce in my day. And so while my song of the week is not one of those 3 songs, I've ended up thinking about another song that I always just bounce to. So that's a little bit of a hint, but things seem to be trending in the right way after a long time of fighting the good fight. So I guess I'm good.
I like it. I like the bounce in your step, and I also like the idea of the right song at the right time, right? Like
Mhm.
we can all relate to that feeling or that moment where the right song comes on at the right time, whether it be at a party, whether it be driving in the car, whether it be just chilling, cleaning up your apartment or your house, whatever it may be. The right song at the right time can be crucial. Yeah, man. I'll start off with song of the week if you don't mind. I'll throw mine out there first.
Yeah, go for it.
So for me, I've been one of the things I've been doing recently is I've got the itch to go see some live music. And so I've been going through the different venues out here in the DMV trying to see who's performing. And I think I mentioned this last week, but Teddy Swims is going to be out here in the summertime, June or July. And I was starting to think about or I went into a little bit of a deep dive of Teddy Swims again, which I hadn't done in a while. And I loved when he first got on how he was just nailing all these covers, right? Like one of my favorite Teddy Swims covers is his cover of Amy Winehouse's Valerie. And it got me thinking about, all right, what are some of my favorite covers of all time? And so I kind of went through my catalog of music and started to really truly think about some of my favorite covers. And I landed on a song by a lady named Pip Millett. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And she does a cover of Otis Redding's Try a Little Tenderness. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful rendition of this song. The original by Otis, as I was listening to it again yesterday, like and today in the car, it's an interesting song. Like the tempo of the song gradually picks up throughout the song and until he kind of gets to the end where he's doing the got to da, 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 like they did in the Kanye and Jay-Z, right? And so Pip Millett's version is slow, but it's like steady and melodic, and her voice is smooth and beautiful, and there's like a good bass. Either like a cello or something like that, kind of strumming in the background. And it's also interesting to hear that song done by a woman, right? Like she's singing this song that's from a male's perspective about how to treat a woman, but she's singing it through her lens, and it's just really beautiful, man. She's not the only. A ton of people have covered this song. The one that I probably know the best is the Chris Brown version that he did for the This Christmas movie. But I listened to a bunch of them this week. Aretha Franklin has a good one.
Mhm.
Bublé has one that's, if you like that kind of Broadway style of singing, like it's interesting.
There's a spot for it.
Yeah, there's a spot, but that's a good way to put it. Obviously Sam Cooke is awesome at it. Like there's some good ones, man. Al Jarreau does one. So anyway, my song of the week is Pip Millett, Try a Little Tenderness, her rendition of the Otis Redding original.
Very nice. Paying homage to the classics, one of the great songs in the history of English. So
Yes,
there you
sir.
go. Wow. A new spin on an old foundational one.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Nice pick. Nice pick. I'm going to take it a totally different spin, kind of staying with that bounce, a little bit of a subdued, low key bounce. I love Smino. I think he is an amazing artist. I think he is one of the best artists in the world at sounding like himself, which I think is just a huge point of distinction for an artist, generally speaking.
Yeah.
And so I've been listening to a lot of Smino lately, and I was just reminded of one of my favorite songs called Z4L off his 2018 album Noir, where he links up with the rest of the members of Zero Fatigue, his clique, Bari, J2, and Smino. And the production's done by Monty Booker. And whenever Smino and Monty Booker link up, it's usually going to be a song that's in the right spot. And this song is just very tongue in cheek, very provocative, very visceral and guttural with the way that the details of these encounters that J2 and Smino have with these women are. It's kind of raunchy and all that good stuff, but it's just got the most like chill rock and bounce to it. The way that Monty Booker can make his drums like skip accordingly, but hit you with enough depth to really create like a pitfall in the music. At least that's what it sounds like to me. So you really get sucked into the production,
Yeah.
complemented with the elasticity of Smino's delivery and voice, right? He's rapping in staccato, then he's dropping down a little bit, and then he's hitting a little bit of a falsetto because he's got a little bit of a singing background as well. Comes from a
Sure.
family of musicians. It's fun. It's groovy. The song has the right curvature with the way Smino and J2 kind of manipulate their voice. J2 does a really good job rapping fast on a beat that has nice pace to it, so it creates that dexterity and also just that good texture that a lot of modern music should have with flow switches and things of the like. So I love that song. There's not too many weeks in a row that go by without me finding that song again and playing it. It's fun. It's raunchy. It's tongue in cheek. Some of the ad libs are hilarious. Smino says, "Your bitch a dove. She's $20," and the ad lib is Harriet because like Harriet Tubman was being discussed as being on the $20 bill for a while.
That's right. That's
So
right.
that's just hilarious in concept to think about, and that just shows the freedom and the creativity
That's a good bar. Yeah, that's a good bar.
that Smino just thinks with. So that's my song of the week, Z4L, which I'm assuming is short for Zero Fatigue for Life, off his Noir album from 2018. Love that song. Shout out to Smino if you ever see this. Hope to meet you again in person soon, under different circumstances. I saw him on his first ever show of his first ever headlining tour, Dapped Him Up, and he pointed me in a direction on where to find some producers. So,
Oh yeah.
good people.
Maybe Smino will join the pod one day and pick his song of the week.
Hey, why not? Couldn't hurt.
Couldn't hurt. So you mentioned something in your description of that song
Yeah.
that was interesting to me. Who'd you say was the producer on that one again?
Monty Booker.
Okay, and you said something along the lines of like when those two get together, it's they can't miss. When you're listening to hip hop, I think hip hop in particular, how important is that relationship? Do you think between the producer and the rapper? Like in your opinion, what is the responsibility of the producer going into those sessions? Because I think there's a huge responsibility of the producer in those.
Yeah, yeah. So I think first and foremost, you got to be on the same wavelength, right? And
Yeah,
when a rapper or an artist is working with a producer, the idea I would assume, because I'm still on a quest to find my producer who makes it all make sense for me. The idea is to make a comprehensive body of work, not just to get together for one or two jams and kind of stick them into an album accordingly.
yeah,
So I think the thing that's most important is just an understanding innately of an artist's strengths and the producer's strengths and where the overlap exists in that little Venn diagram. right? So you can make something that makes sense. Now, in the case of Monty Booker and Smino, Monty Booker is really, really, really great at creating enough space so an elastic, hyper creative, hyper unique sounding artist like Smino gets to shine, whether it's like a song like Anita, Z4L, like I mentioned, and some other ones as well. I think it all starts with an understanding on this is what I do well, this is what you do well, and here's like the marriage in that. Producers are so much more than beat makers if you're actually a producer and not a beat maker. Some
Yeah.
people just make beats. Not many people can help you craft a song. And that's another edge or a texture of the responsibility a producer and a rapper or a singer have is to create a great song, something that can stand alone, something that has a whole idea that's being completed with all the components of a song that are necessary. Great lyricism, good production, complementary production to the vocals and the lyrics, and obviously catchy, repeatable parts so the song is memorable. So I'd say that's like my 2 minute rambling on that. It's really about understanding, and we see it all throughout history. Eric B. and Rakim, Alchemist, and insert somebody because he's worked with
Right.
so many, Madlib, and rest in peace, MF Doom, uh,
Gucci and Zaytoven.
Gucci and Zaytoven, Kanye West, Pharrell, and or Timbaland, and or Just Blaze with Jay-Z. Uh, Jay Dilla with Slum Village, Jay Dilla with Common, right? Soundwave and Kendrick Lamar. There are examples dotted throughout history. What Mustard and YG,
Yeah.
right, as well.
Do you have
It,
do you have a favorite? Like when you think about rapper producer combos, do you have a favorite? I
I,
think I have one.
yeah, it ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
It always changes. The standalone example I will always go to is like foundational for me is Blue and Exile's album Below the Heavens.
Okay.
They're a Southern California pairing, Southern California rapper Blue and producer Exile. Exile has one of the most unique abilities to pick out the best and most interesting parts of a sample I've ever heard, at least to my ears, and create a totally new beat and sonic landscape out of them. So that to me is, I guess, like a foundational one. I don't know who the best is, but a really recent favorite is Monty Booker and Smino, as
All
far
right.
as like 5 or 6 years.
So like the one album that like I always go back to when I just want to like sonically like I just want to bob my head is Doggy Style. Like just
Hmm.
Snoop and Dre for me.
The super classic.
It's a classic combination. So yeah, that's interesting. I love your point though about like Smino and the producer combining for this amazing song. Like that's a huge part of it. And sometimes the producers get forgotten. So good job by you shouting that.
Yeah. And if there are any producers who see this video once upon a time, I'm very much in the market of trying to find my sonic partner. So,
Yeah, hell yeah.
you just let me know and we'll try to make it work. And if it doesn't work, we'll be better for it because we'll have created the friction necessary to sharpen the steel. So,
I love it. Well, that's all good stuff, man. I think that's all I have. Do you have anything else for song of the week?
nah, nothing on my end. As always, playlist will be in the dibbly do below.
Yeah.
And thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. I'll let Jordan sign us out. But as always, go check out the music and never be afraid to discover something new. Put yourself on, put somebody else on, and we'll all be better for it. So take us out, Jordan.
Yeah. So once again, as always, thanks for checking us out. If you guys enjoy the podcast, enjoy the show, man, like, subscribe, follow, comment. We would love to get some other people on here to hop on with us and give their song of the week. If you have some songs that you think we should be listening to, drop a comment, something. So holler at us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Jordan Bell. I'm your co-host. The guy above to the side, however Nolan edits it. That's Bill. He's the man. Bill, we love you. Thank you for doing this. Until next time, peace.